My name is Serena. I'm from Study Hub Student Advisory. Okay, I'm one of the education consultant. So welcome to our Turning Point series. Today we will be covering about computing and IT. So before we start, can I know how many of you are actually waiting for your SPM this year? If you are waiting for your SPM result, you may type 1 in the chat box. If you are still doing your Form 5, you will be doing your SPM this year end, then you can type 2. So let me see. Yeah, 2, 1. Okay. So I saw like half. Some are waiting for your SPM and some are still doing your Form 5 this year. Okay. So today this session is actually brought to you by Study Hub Student Advisory and also JS Study Solutions. Today we are honored to have APU, Mr. Ryan, the program leader of computing and IT, will be presenting to you about this topic today. So before we start, let me do some introduction about our company. So, hold on. Okay, so who are we? We are education consultation company. We offer student consultation and institution application services, accommodation, visa, and travel arrangement. We assist students in institution scholarship application. We offer free career consultation. So we do have a psychometric test. If some of you still don't know what you want to do for your further study, you can always come to us. We have a psychometric test. Then after that, we will give you a consultation for free. And we offer course counseling and such. Other than that, we also used to organize school visits, talks, and events. Okay. So we have 7 offices across Malaysia. We have Klang, we have Jenjaro, Mentakap, Sandakan, KK, Seremban, and Seremban 2. So if you students are from this area, you can feel free to always walk into our office, can make appointment with us. But even if you are not from this area, can always talk to us online. We can actually assist you further for your further education. Okay, and because today we will be doing computing and IT, we will also be doing accounting, business, accounting, business, finance, and accounting, banking, finance, and business tomorrow. So if you are interested in this topic, please feel free to make yourself available for the session tomorrow. So yeah, without further ado, I will pass the session to Mr. Ryan Tan.
All right. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. This is Ryan from APU. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I think you guys can hear me, right? Just maybe you can
Yes.
type a 1 or yes, just to respond, okay. At least now I know someone can hear me. All right. Okay. Let me share screen. Very quick one. Da, 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 da. All right. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so I believe all of you can see my slide, right? So basically, today we will talk about a little bit more on the computing studies. Okay. So of course, in between, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me. Don't worry, I have I have two screens here. So, you know, whenever when I'm looking at my slide, I can also looking at your chat. Okay. So yeah, my name is here, Ryan. Uh, just now as Serena mentioned, actually I'm the product lead of the this computing. So basically, if you know you like to ask anything about our computing program, I will be the main person lah. But of course, there will be also other colleagues can assist you. But of course, you can also contact Serena or Ginny from JS Studies or Study Hub if you like to know more, you know, things about APU. All right. So here, of course, what I'm going to talk about this kind of different type of computing measure is not only in APU, it's actually the whole general thingy in our society, in our life lah. All right. So of course, when we talk about computing, it's always about the industry. So I believe all of you heard about Industry 4.0, right? So basically, uh, what is Industry 4.0? This is some, you know, some students, they may ask what it is. I'm not too sure what is Industry 4.0. So what? Okay, so I'm here preparing a video to share with you lah what is Industry 4.0 about. Okay. Eh,
It was in these Swiss mountains that the world was first introduced to the phrase the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and it's been a hot topic among academics, politicians, and business.
Hold on, I think it's a bit laggy. Let me put to lower resolution. Okay.
It was in these Swiss mountains that the world was first introduced to the phrase the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and it's been a hot topic among academics, politicians, and business leaders ever since. But what exactly does it mean? The term Fourth Industrial Revolution was coined by the founder of the World Economic Forum, a former professor named Klaus Schwab. Schwab wrote a book with that title to describe an era marked by a technological revolution that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. Let's break that down. Technologies like artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, or the Internet of Things are becoming ingrained in our day-to-day lives and even our bodies. Think of voice-activated virtual assistants, Face ID recognition, or healthcare sensors. Schwab first presented his vision of the Fourth Industrial Revolution at the World Economic Forum's annual.
Sorry, I think there's a bit laggy, right? Let me try.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay. Very quick one. Hold on. Just let me reshare the thing. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to share it.
Solution number 1. The first industrial or healthcare sensors. Schwab first presented his vision of the Fourth Industrial Revolution at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting here in Davos in 2016. But to understand the idea, we need to go much further back in history, to Industrial Revolution number 1. The first Industrial Revolution started in Great Britain around 1760 and spread to Europe and North America through the early 1800s. It was powered by a major invention, the steam engine. The result? New manufacturing processes, the creation of factories, and a booming textiles industry. From the late 1800s, the Second Industrial Revolution was marked by mass production and new industries like steel, oil, and electricity. The light bulb, telephone, and internal combustion engine were a few of the major inventions of this era. The Third Industrial Revolution, sometimes known as the Digital Revolution, occurred in the second half of the 20th century. In just a few decades, we saw the invention of the semiconductor, personal computer, and the internet. So what separates the Fourth Industrial Revolution from the Third? Experts say the main difference is that technology is merging more and more with humans' lives, and that technological change is happening faster than ever. Consider this. It took 75 years for 100 million users to adopt the telephone. Instagram signed up 100 million users in just 2 years, while Pokemon Go caught that amount in 1 month. 3D printing is just one example of fast-paced technology in the fourth industrial revolution. The industry has gone from a business idea to big business, with 3D printer shipments expected to increase from just under 200,000 in 2015 to 2.4 million in 2020. Today, you can have a hip replacement from a 3D printed bone, or use a 3D printed bionic arm. Talk about blurring the line between humans and technology, right? This new era of technology is driving a lot of innovation. You can see in this chart the number of patents related to the fourth industrial revolution for things like 3D printing or AI has been climbing up and up since early 2000. Organizations are embracing new technologies to make their businesses more efficient, similar to how they embraced the steam engine during the first industrial revolution. But some companies and governments are struggling to keep up with the fast pace of technological change. Research shows innovators, investors, and shareholders benefit the most from innovation. The risk is that the fourth industrial revolution is making inequality, which is already a big issue, even worse. One study found billionaires have driven almost 80% of the 40 main breakthrough innovations over the last 40 years. That's a problem when the richest 1% of households already own nearly half of the world's wealth. Experts warn we are in a winner-takes-all economy, where high-skilled workers are rewarded with high pay and the rest of workers are left out. Studies confirm technologies like AI will eliminate some jobs and create demand for new skills that many workers don't have. Privacy concerns are another issue as the fourth industrial revolution turns every company into a tech company. Industries from food to retail to banking are going digital, and they're collecting a lot more data about their customers along the way. Users are starting to worry that companies know too much about their private digital lives. The World Economic Forum says a majority of leaders don't have confidence their organizations are ready for the changes associated with the fourth industrial revolution. With tech changing fast every day, it's time to catch up.
All right. So I think, through the video, you can actually get to know roughly what is Industry 4.0. And as per mentioned in the video, you can see that actually a lot of companies, they are still not, equipped or ready to actually going into Industry 4.0. One of the reasons is that we don't have enough talent. We don't have enough people who are studying the skills for Industry 4.0, where computing is one of the very major area. Like mentioned just now, high skilled workers can actually get a higher pay, right? So the thing is that who are the high skilled workers? Computing people are one of the high skilled workers. To make all these AI computer systems to replace some of the job. Okay, so you are the one, if you're coming for these computing studies, you are the one, to make software and replace people's job. All right. Okay, so of course, when we're talking about different type of computing major, these are some of the area that is very related or very relevant to the Industry 4.0 era. Okay, of course, the first thing, AI. Just now it's mentioned in the video, AI is artificial intelligence. The second thing will be big data. Like it mentioned just now, companies are collecting a lot of data, but when they collect your data, it's not only, collect for fun. They're actually doing research, they are doing data science and so on. Okay. Then third thing will be cloud computing. AR, VR. I believe some of you may heard of this, AR, VR, augmented reality or virtual reality. Okay. Then Internet of Things, short form is called IoT. Okay. Then mobile technologies. Okay. Then financial technologies. Even just now you mentioned bankings are going digital, right? Then of course last thing is cybersecurity, because people are worried about their data got stolen, their money got stolen, things like that, right? So cybersecurity is very important. Okay, so let's look into in detail what are all these things. Okay, so of course first thing, artificial intelligence, AI. Okay, so AI basically is smart system, I would say, because AI is not like us human can be creativity or can be how to say think out of the box. AI don't do that. AI only do things based on what you tell it. What is right, what is wrong, what should you do, what should you don't do. Okay, this is AI. But then AI can be used in many different industry. Okay, not just in the factory. It can be used in your office. It can even be on your phone. I believe all some of you heard about Siri, those Google Smart Systems, and so on. So the thing is that all these AI system are very smart system. Like Siri, it can understand what you're saying and react or do certain action based on what you ask it to do. Right? This is AI. Okay. So of course for AI, you can see that based on the statistic here. Okay, let me get a pen here. You can see that uh, this kind of digital assistant, okay, digital assistant has rise from 700 million to 1.8 billion by 2021, which is this year. So you can see that all these things, voice recognition, chatbot, or whatsoever is getting more and more. People are using it, especially because of this pandemic. Everyone is online and, you use smart system and so on. Okay. 72% of business leader thinks that says that actually AI can actually bring a business advantage. 85% of customer interaction are managed without a human by 2020. See, since last year, about 85% of you go online. Sometimes you talk to there are some bots ask you can chat with us. They said actually they might be a robot or AI system are answering your question, not a human. Okay, so this is something very interesting. All right, then by 2020 to 2022, 58 million of new jobs is created by you
Artificial
know
intelligence.
for yes artificial intelligence for AI. Okay, then you can see here about 1 billion of video cameras are connected to AI. 4 billion of devices are included with AI voice capability, and about $15.7 trillion will be added to the economy by 2030. So you are the one working in that because you once you finish your SPM, let's say if you are from 5 this year, you joining a foundation next year, then another 3 years degree. That is only 4 years later, which is about maybe 2025, and you'll be working in the industry to bring this economy in. Okay, so you can see that actually AI is a very big area, a very big industry that a lot of companies are looking into. All right. Then of course next thing will be big data. See, big data is also very important. Is that for all this AI is like a smart assistant and so on. But how the assistant can actually assist you? What do you want the AI do? You need to teach it, right? You need to teach the AI what to do first. Okay, it's like us human. We learn things from books, from teacher, from your parents, from your friends. We get information from them and we learn them. Same thing for AI to learn, they need the information. Where do they get? They get from data science, from big data. Okay. Of course, for all this big data, beside for do research or calculation for AI, it also helps on uh, business decision. Okay. See, it's actually data scientist is one of the sexiest job of 21st century. This is not what I say lah. This is someone said this. Okay, so if you look at the statistics here, how many data scientists does it require? Actually, you see, because of the demand of machine learning and AI, the data scientist demand is actually going up all the way here. But the thing is that data scientists in the world, we only have this. We are much more lower than demand. The supply is much more lower. So to increase the supply, we need more people, to going into this industry. Now, of course, beside the machine learning and AI, what I mentioned just now, also for business solutions, because everything, if you are a boss or if you, no matter who are you, before you make any decision, definitely you think about it, whether I should do this or do that. But the thing is that which are the best solution or which are the best decision? How do you decide that? Okay, you don't just think like, okay, I think it's like that. Okay, here is that you can use the data to come up with different statistics So based on statistics, you know whether if I do this, how it will be. If I do this, how it will be based on data science. Okay, so that's why a lot of big companies now, they don't just simply make decision, they make decision based on data. And who do the data? Data scientists. All right. Okay. Next thing will be cloud computing. Basically, cloud computing, is cloud. What we mean cloud means online. Okay, anything when we call cloud computing, basically it's online lah. Okay, so the things nowadays we use our phones, we use laptop, we use computer a lot. Especially some of you are on online classes, right? So some of you were on online classes. So basically, what you do, even like what we are doing now on Zoom, is actually on a cloud. Okay, when your things on cloud, meaning that it's connected to internet and you can access it from anywhere as long as you have internet access. Okay, and you can see here, I believe some of you use Google Drive or iCloud storage. I believe some of you do, right? You save your files online, you save your document online, your photo online. This is only part of the cloud computing. It's called cloud storage. Basically, when your things is on cloud storage, right? Let's say your phone is missing, your laptop is burned or whatsoever, your file is still online. You can retrieve it anywhere. Let's say you need your photo now, but you don't have your phone with you. It's, let's say it's on iCloud. You can log in your iCloud anywhere from a laptop or your friend's PC or whatsoever. Once you log in, you got a photo, right? It's on cloud. So of course, beside storage, you can also do things on cloud. Like for example, we used to I believe a lot of you use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, right? You know, to use Excel or PowerPoint, before you use that, you need to install the software on your laptop or your PC, right? But let's say if you go out to somewhere to use another PC and that PC doesn't install Microsoft Word or Excel, you cannot do anything, right? But nowadays, Microsoft has actually done this. They make the Microsoft Office online. It's called Office 365. So when it is online, you don't need to install, Word or Excel or PowerPoint on your PC. You just need to go to the website office.com, log in your account, and you can use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and some other software online through a web browser. Maybe you're using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. This kind of web browser. You just go to the website, log in your detail, and you can use the software already. Don't need to install anything. It's very very convenient. It's also very convenient for companies. Is that, let's say, one day you go on vacation or you go holiday in Maldives or whatsoever places, your boss can call you, hey, I need this file to be done now or by today. But you didn't bring your PC. You can just go to any PC or borrow someone's phone or whatsoever, connect to the internet, use the cloud software to do your job, right? So basically, there's no more restriction on whether I need to be in office or I have to use this PC to do this. No more. There's no more restriction. So it's actually very on demand, especially now because of pandemic. A lot of office have to close down. Some of us have to work from home, like you have to study from home. But without cloud computing, how do you do that? Right? That's why the demand is actually growing. But of course, after pandemic, companies are already get used with this. They won't just simply cut down on the cloud computing. They will actually embrace it and actually how to adapt to it. Okay. So if you look at the cloud computing statistics, this is in 2019. Okay, the market share for cloud computing is about 200 billion in 2019. They are expecting to have 760 about 61 billion in 2027. So you can see actually the demand, the whole market is growing. Okay, and it's where it is using for consumer goods and retail. You use Lazada, Shopee, some of you go Taobao. So all right, this is all cloud computing. Do you think how apps or a software can handle all these 11, 5544, all these sales? They have to handle millions of people. They have this kind of cloud computing server to handle it. Okay, of course, for us, IT and telecommunication, like what we're doing now, Zoom, healthcare, manufacturing, even government use this. Of course, education here mentioned, you see, education. which is your online classes. All right. So you can see that this is just only in North America, you know, we're not talking about everywhere in the world. When we're talking about everywhere in the world, this is much more than this. All right. Okay. Then next will be augmented reality or virtual reality, AR, VR. Okay, I believe all of you, if you look at, you see this, you know VR lah, you know, wearing these glasses, playing games, things like that, right? Okay, but in case, you know, some of you don't know what is AR, VR, I have a short video here just to talk a little bit more lah, to share with you what is AR and VR. Okay, enjoy the video.
Have you ever played games like Pokemon Go, Zombie Go, etc.? Aren't they super exciting? How about games that make you feel you are in a cricket stadium actually playing in front of a huge crowd? Well, as breathtaking as they are, these games are the result of augmented reality and virtual reality. So what is augmented reality? It is basically a technology that combines real and virtual environments. Let us understand this via one of the most popular AR games, Pokemon Go. Ever wondered how Pokemon Go allows you to capture Pokemon in your neighborhood? Well, Pokemon Go makes use of the Pokemon Go app, which is a specially designed version of Google Maps. Essentially, the game captures your real environment and superimposes computer-generated Pokemon over your screen, ultimately allowing you to capture it. Capturing Pokemon through augmented reality is truly amazing, but the technology behind virtual reality goes further beyond that. Among many others, developers of famous games like Half-Life and Resident Evil have created VR versions called Alex and Biohazard that make you feel true to the gaming world. The concept behind VR games is to place the user within the virtual world rather than just looking at it. Even though it was a fantasy in the past, it is now made possible using specially designed hardware gadgets such as headsets, hand controls, sensors, etc. When you play VR games with these gadgets, you feel that you're actually in the game rather than controlling it. Augmented reality and virtual reality are not just confined to the gaming industry. Their applications are spread across various other sectors. For example, performing AR surgeries in healthcare sectors, facilitating a 360-degree view in interior designing, and taking a VR walkthrough of a resort in tourism, etc. While AR and VR are just a couple of examples, the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning is booming with various other trending technologies like deep learning, speech recognition, etc.
Okay. So basically through this video, I believe you get a brief idea what is AR and VR about, right? So it actually mentioned that, you know, based in the video, AR, VR is not only limited to games. You know, of course, a lot of people, we get to know AR and VR through games, lah, right? But then, of course, besides games, healthcare, interior designs, even education, you know, actually, if the schools have this kind of device, you can actually use it to learn things. Okay, so of course for AR VR, it actually helps on different industries. Okay, then of course the next thing is Internet of Things. When we talk about Internet of Things, it's very interesting that when we talk about things is anything that can connect to internet is called Internet of Things. Okay, for example, you know, we have smart TV, we have smart fridge, we have smart washing machine. You know, when all these things connected to the internet, you know, I believe some of you wash clothes using washing machine, right? When you wash in the washing machine, there is an indicator lah, or a small screen will tell you roughly how many minutes it will take, right? But sometimes you forget, whether the washing machine done already or not. You will go and have a look, but done already or not? Not yet, right? Sometimes you have to go two times, or you wait for the sound lah. You know, once the washing machine done, there will be some sound or music or something, right? So the thing is that, let's say if your washing machine is connected to the internet, when you wash, it will send a notification to your phone or to your PC or to whatsoever devices. Once it's done, it will send you a notification. So it's easier for you. Even when you're not at home, you can also know that the washing machine already done the washing process. Okay. Of course, it goes to like fridge, your microwave, even cars. Nowadays, I believe all of you know lah, Proton X70s or Proton X50. This is a very famous car now. All the X70s or X50 cars is connected to the internet. Okay, and you can download the Proton apps, link with your car, and you can check the petrol of your car, whether your car is locked or not, whether your light is on or not, whether your tire still got enough pressure or not. You can check all these through a app which is connected to your car. So the car is also one of the Internet of Things IoT products. Okay, so this Internet of Things is not limited to anything. It's not limited to anything. Even like my smartwatch, this is connected to the internet. Then this is Internet of Things products. Okay, so there are a lot of things are Internet of Things, which is actually booming. You can see that, like based on this picture, you can see like all these things can connect to the internet, which means you can actually monitor it or control it through online. Okay, so you can see that for the number of IoT devices, see in 2015 itself, already got 15.41 billion of devices. That was how many years ago? 7 years ago? Yeah, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, right? Then increased to 17, 20 billion, 23 billion, and they're expecting at 2025 they will have a 75.44 billion of IoT devices. Okay, so meaning that there will be more people require this kind of devices to use, but of course we need someone to develop software or system for Internet of Things, for IoT. Okay, then there are some challenges now because developers are rushing for the IoT product. Okay, they are rushing for it. So the thing is that when they are rushing, things are not so good lah. But when there are more people who can actually develop on this, and when they have more time, they can develop a better system, right? So this is something that you can do if you study, you go and study about Internet of Things program lah. Okay, and this is a bit small, but you can see here 90% of senior executive in media companies believe that IoT is very critical to their growth. Okay, retailer is like those shop they will use IoT to customize store visits by 2021. 80% of them will do that. Okay, then you can see even healthcare industry, they are projected 25% of them, they projected saving to use these IoT devices in their industry, in healthcare industry. So this IoT is not just in our home, not just on the car, but it's everywhere. Okay. Then next will be mobile technology. Mobile technology is very straightforward lah. Basically, it's the phone that we are using, smartphone. Okay. So of course, with the apps, with connection to the Wi-Fi or connection to the 4G or even 5G coming soon, we can connect to all these devices. You can monitor it, you can control it. Okay, without phone, it's very difficult because you don't bring your laptop, you don't bring a PC everywhere. You bring your phone. Sometimes you don't even bring your iPad because it's too big, right? You cannot fit into your small handbag or into your pocket. So with your smartphone, it can connect to everything. You can monitor everything at your home or even control everything from your home. Okay. Then next thing will be financial technology. Financial technology is also called fintech. Okay, this is a circle lah, just to let you know what is financial technology or fintech about. Basically, I believe all of you know about e-wallets, GrabPay, Boost, this kind of digital wallet, right? These are all under payment here. Okay, because anything with money transaction, financial transaction through a technology is called fintech. It's called financial technology. Even online banking here, online banking is also part of the fintech. Okay, of course nowadays, if let's say you want to do investment, you want to even do financing, you want to borrow money, you borrow money is P2P financing here, or you can do investment here. Meaning that if you want to do any investment, before you do any investment, you need to do research and data analytics. then you make your investment or you borrow money to people and things like that. Everything can be done through technology. But the thing is that who are the one making e-wallets or making e-wallets even better? These are the computing people who did that. Without this kind of computing, fintech people, there will be no one, there will be no e-wallets available for us to use. There will be no online banking. You can't actually do investment online, things like that. Okay, so fintech is very important nowadays. Okay, so I just want to show you, some people may not heard of fintech. They are worried that whether can get a job or not, this, that. This is a fintech map in 2019, which is 2 years ago. 2 years ago itself, there is at least 198 platform, not 198 companies, it's 198 platforms. There are software, there are apps or website for you to do fintech. So of course, for payment is here, top left. This is for payment. Some people, you may not heard of this payment, but wallets, I believe most of you know lah. Okay, yeah, my box a bit weird. Okay, I erase this. Okay, wallets here, down here you can see, right? So like for example, this is GrabPay, a bit small lah, but I think you can see GrabPay. Touch and Go e-wallet is here. This is WeChat Pay lah. If you know 微信支付, WeChat Pay, Alipay, 支付宝. Then Boost is here. I believe your parents go Aeon or Giant to buy grocery, right? This is from Aeon. This is from AirAsia, Big Pay, and so on. So you can see there are a lot of companies are doing this, e-wallets or things like that. Then let's say, lending, you want to borrow money, you want to lend money, and you get some money, it's here. There are 15 platforms, you can get it. You like to, have you heard of Bitcoin or Ethereum, this kind of cryptocurrency or digital currency? If you heard of that, you know crypto, then these are some of the platforms on the right here, which can allow you to trade or to do something about blockchain, okay? And so on. So you can see that there are a lot of companies or platforms in fintech, and this is growing. This is growing. So fintech is also one of the area is booming. Of course, this is only in Malaysia. When you're going overseas, there are a lot more companies or a lot more platforms that you can go for. So the thing is that, of course, all these platforms is not only this, they need to enhance, they need to upgrade, they need to be better, got more function and so on. But who will be the one doing that? Could be you. Okay? All right. Then the last area I like to talk about is cybersecurity. All these things doesn't matter you use AI or big data or Internet of Things or whatsoever. At the end, the most important thing is that you want to be safe, right? You don't want your data to be stolen. You don't want your Internet of Things connected by a hacker. Imagine your aircon is connected to internet and a hacker hacks your aircon. You turn off your aircon in the middle of the night. You feel very hot lah, right? So the thing is that all these things when they are connected to internet, when they are digital, there will be hacker. There will be people who try to misuse it. Okay, so of course, cybersecurity is something very important that you actually protecting all the data, protecting all the systems and things like that. All right. So just to show you some statistics, you can see that something cybercrime. Okay, when in cybercrime, 70% of laptops and desktop are actually the most vulnerable to cybercrime. 61% on smartphone, 53% on tablets, 50% on wireless access point. Sometimes you go to cafe or Starbucks, you connect to their Wi-Fi. Sometimes it can cause you to be hacked. Okay. Then of course some server rooms they got hacked. The router and switches also cause a lot of cybercrime. Most of the time, you got hacked because of email, which is 92.4% that got leads you to got hacked because email can contain a malware or virus or things like that. Okay, so be careful when you're receiving any email. Don't simply open anything. Okay, about 6.3% you got from the website. Of course, there are another 1.3% are from others Okay. All right. And just to share you one of the news, which is about 1 week ago, which was on 21st April. See, Apple, the one make iPhone and iPad, they got targeted in a $50 million of ransomware attack because, this company in Taiwan is called Quanta. They are the manufacturer for MacBook and other product lah. They got hacked. So actually, this hacker, what's the hacker name? It's called Evil. I don't know how to pronounce their name lah. But they are actually now asking Apple or whoever lah, pay this $50 million to them, or else they will leak all the data because they already hacked the system. They have all the data of Apple and also this company Quanta. And if you want me to keep the data, if you don't want me to release to show the data to everyone, pay me $50 million, or else I'm going to share the data to everyone. What is included is included some unreleased product, meaning that some product that Apple have not released, have not showing to everyone, something they are developing, they have the data. You want me to show everyone or not? If you don't want, pay me. This is what they do. So the thing is that, of course, for Apple, for this Quanta, they are not doing very well in cybersecurity, right? See, if you're not doing well, you got ransom for so much of money. It's a lot, 50 million. I can buy how many houses or how many cars, right? So the thing is that cybersecurity is really, really, really important. Okay, so basically what we have talked about are covering the 8 area that I mentioned just now, which is, let me go back to here. See the 8 area that we talk about: AI, data science, cloud computing, AR, VR, Internet of Things, mobile technologies, financial technology, and cybersecurity. Right, these are 8 different types, or I would say 8 different areas. But the thing is that, are these different things? Sometimes actually it's very gray area, as in all these can actually work together. Do you know that? And you may think that maybe only big company may hire you, or only big company with a lot of money will use this kind of technology. But actually no, even small company may use it. Let me show you an example. You go have mixed rice, right? Not fun. A lot of you go, right, mixed rice. Okay, so even a mixed rice restaurant can actually use all this technology of Industry 4.0 to help their business. Okay, let me show you some example. Okay, first thing, using the sensors and camera that connect to the internet, it can record the sales of the dishes and also how much time it totally consume, as in totally sells. Through this is IoT because using sensors and camera connect to the internet. Okay, so with IoT, I can know, let's say I'm selling the fish, vegetable or what. Maybe fish took about 2 hours to sold out. Veggie take about 1 hour. Maybe this egg, it doesn't sold out at all. No people likes it. Okay, then with all these things that I collected, all this data that I collected, I can readjust my dish based on the profit. Because some of the dishes no one want to eat is wasting my money. But if some of the dishes are selling out very fast, I should cook more so people will take that and I get more profit, right? So this is the big data. Okay, then of course with fintech, I can allow people to pay with e-wallet or QR pay, so you don't have to pay me cash, right? Okay, then using AI, I can actually forecast whether I should cook this or cook that, or which dishes should I cook, which dishes should I not cook. So AI will tell me, today you should cook this because usually on Wednesday, more people like to eat fish. Today is Wednesday, and based on the weather today is going to rain. So maybe lesser people will come. So when lesser people to come, you don't cook so much. This is AI. Okay, so AI actually tell you what to do. Okay, all right. Then Of course, with handphone, if you are the boss of the mixed rice restaurant, you can actually sit at home using your smartphone to monitor the whole situation. Okay, so you can see by your mixed rice restaurant itself how many technology it can use, which is in industry 4.0. But who is the one who make this kind of technology for him to use, for the boss to use? It's the IT people, the computing people. Okay, so it's so basically here just want to show you how actually this how to say, this kind of computing technology or different area, different type of computing major can actually help us in our life, in a small business, a medium enterprise, or even a large enterprise, big companies. Okay, and all these things actually are in everywhere in our life already, but you don't realize it. But the demand is of course growing, a bigger demands. But when demands is growing bigger, we need more supply. As in, of course, we need more people to go into this industry for the job, to develop better system, to develop a better software, a better function, and so on. But who are the one develop this? Basically are the graduates of from computing lah. Okay, so basically these are the whole thing that I like to talk about today for computing. All right, anyone have any question want to ask?
Okay, so now we open up the floor to Q&A session. So student, if you have any question, please feel free to type in at the chat box, or you can even unmute yourself.
Yes, so you can see these are the conclusion lah. Demands of computing technologies are increased rapidly over the years. Even mama or kedai runcit lah, they are using computers to manage their business. And all the computing majors are very crucial. It's not that cybersecurity is more important or IoT is more important. It's everything is important, because each component cannot work properly without the support of another thing lah. Without data science, AI cannot work properly. Without IoT, you can't monitor, all this, how much your food is sell and all these things. So like it or not, industry 4.0 is happening right now. So it's time to embrace it and get yourself prepared for the future lah. All right.
Okay, students, you have any question? Yeah, I see no question yet. Please don't feel shy to ask anything you want to know about IT or even computer science.
Okay, since no one have any question, maybe I just share a little bit about APU lah, which is the university where I'm coming from. Okay, just a very quick one. APU is actually the full name lah. It's Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation. It's a technology university lah. Okay. We were actually established in 1993. It used to be a IT college lah. Okay. Then of course, beside IT, we start to offer more programs like business, finance, engineering, design, and so on. Okay. At the moment, we have more than 12,000 of students. About 50% are international students, and they are from over 130 countries. Okay. We are one of the 5-star excellent rating university, and we are also one of the premier digital tech university, one of the best digital technology university lah. Okay, and based on the latest graduate tracer study, we have 100% of our students employed by graduation. This is something that we are very proud of lah, because I don't think any other university have this kind of statistic where 100% employability. Okay. Then and we are one of the top 10 Malaysian private university. Okay. All right. Very quick one just to show you some photos of APU. This is how the campus looks like. Okay. This is how the campus looks like. This is our auditorium. We have 5 different auditorium for workshop, classes, for event, and so on. Okay. Then this is the classroom lah, very standard, like tables, chair, whiteboard, projector, and so on. Then since we are IT technology universities, then of course we have a lot of technology lab, a lot of computer labs lah. Okay. Then of course, like I mentioned just now, beside computing, we also offer program in in engineering and so on. But before that, let me show you this cybersecurity zone. We have a specific area for students who want to study about cybersecurity, where our devices here are military grade equipments. So you can actually learn things here more practically. All right. Then, like I mentioned just now, we also offer engineering program. These are robotic labs, chemical labs, and some electronic labs, and so on. Okay. Then we also offer design program. So these are some of the design studios. This is our library. Okay. Postgraduate lounge, our cafeteria. Okay, this is our cafeteria. Then we have our own clinic in the campus, some amenities like convenience store and so on, some sport facilities, then our accommodation. Okay, we have different type of accommodation that's available for students. Okay, this is another type, we call it satellite campus accommodation. And the last will be on-campus accommodation. Okay, so just to show you a little bit about the scholarships. Some of you are aiming for scholarship to get some discount, right? So we are offering scholarship based on your SPM result, starting from 4 A's. This A including A minus lah, okay? So if you obtain a 4 A's or above in your SPM, you will get a particular percentage of discount, okay? And this discount is not only for the first year, it's for all 4 years of your study. You know, from your first year of foundation to 3 years of degree, or you know, diploma to degree, total 4 years, okay? And what you need to do is just to maintain a certain result lah, based on how many percentage of your discount, how many percentage of your scholarship. Okay, so of course, the more A you get, the more discount you get. All right. Okay, so of course, if you like to know more, you can go to our website apu.edu.my. You can also follow us on our social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, or YouTube. But of course, if you have any question, I would suggest you to go to Study Hub or JS Study. You know, you can contact them to get to know more about us, about APU, or any, you know, if let's say lah, if you don't want to study at APU, where can you go? You can actually ask them. They have all the information that you need. All right.
Okay, Ryan.
Hmm.
I have one question from a student. What are the programs offered and their prices, and there are scholarships offered? So I believe just now Ryan already covered about the scholarship.
All right.
But so now she wants to know like what are the program offered and also their prices.
Basically, let's say for SPM leavers, you know, once you got a SPM result, we are offering a foundation program in IT or a diploma in IT programs. Okay, and for diploma, the entry requirement is 3 credits. So once you know, if you get a 3 credit and including mathematics lah, then you can actually apply for our diploma program. Then of course, if you are, you know, getting 5 credit in your SPM, including mathematics, then you can apply for our foundation program. But no matter how, you know, after a foundation or diploma, and you join our degree program, you know, our degree program, of course, we don't just offer the 8 area, we actually offer more than that. But these are the major 8 area that, you know, on demand right now lah. Okay, so there are a lot of program for you to choose. Actually, I would suggest you can actually get the details from Serena or Jeannie here. They can actually send you the full details. So because the thing is that if I want to talk everything, it will be maybe another 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can actually contact Serena or Jeannie here. They can actually send you all the details. And let's say, you know, if you want to visit us, come to APU campus and visit our campus, you just let Jeannie or Serena know. They can actually help you on the appointment.
Okay. Yeah, I still got questions from student. Okay. I would like to ask if I fail to maintain the minimum requirement for scholarship, but I achieve it next year, can I still renew it?
For APU, very straightforward lah. Our scholarship is all based on SPM result. SPM or STPM or whatsoever result, lah, not based on the foundation or degree result.
Okay. So another questions.
Hmm.
With bachelor's degree in
In
computer
computer science.
science.
One can get to
Yeah.
okay, see, you can choose, okay, after the foundation or diploma, you can choose to join any of the major. If you manage to join a foundation in IT or after a diploma in IT, you should be able to join any of the computing major. It depends where you want to focus lah, whether you want to focus on cybersecurity or Internet of Things or fintech, it's up to you.
Okay. So yeah. Does the A's for the scholarship requirement include A minus? Yes.
Including A minus, yes. Okay, thank you,
Okay.
welcome. Any other questions?
So actually, my colleague Jeannie, she has already put in our company information, including our Facebook, Instagram, and our contact number at the chat box. So if you have any more question, can always come to us. Then we will actually go on one-to-one counseling session. Yes.
All right.
So, yeah.
If there's no question, maybe we will end this with a video.
Okay, great.
All right. Okay, so if you still have any question, you just drop down in the chat, or else we will see you. Hopefully, I will see all of you soon in APU. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Bye, bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone. Bye bye.